Hello, Poppets. Media Ghoul here. So, Arcane Season 2 is done, and the response from fans has been pretty positive. Plenty of people have enjoyed it, and frankly, I wish I could say the same. Obviously, the music and animation throughout the entire season has been absolutely amazing. I've made a number of videos to reflect how much effort the artists and animators put into this season, but Arcane was more than just a nice looking and sounding show. The writing for Season 1 was impeccable, a solid foundation that raised every single other element. This season though? Yikes. What happened? I've said a number of times now that everything feels very rushed, and I'm disappointed to say the least, but hey, I'm just a silly little undead ghoul trapped in a timeless void, cursed to watch terrible and mind-numbing media to entertain primordial interdimensional beings. What do I know? Look, that's enough rambling. Let's just rip the band-aid off right now and have a quick little chat about Arcane Season 2, Episode 7. Episode 7 is split between what Echo and Heimerdinger have been doing after being teleported away in Episode 3, along with what Jayce has been doing as he's in a completely different place entirely, seemingly alternate realities or timelines. Look, both of these stories are really cool, but this is the third to last episode of the entire show. I'm sure we're only gonna spend 10, 15 minutes with this maybe? Oh, no. We're gonna waste an entire episode on it. What? Okay, so we left off with Isha's sacrifice at the end of the last episode. A bit of a tragic and emotional moment that frankly stayed with me the entire week while I was waiting for the next arc to come out. How do we pay that moment off? Oh, by spending an entire episode elsewhere and not addressing it at all. Oh, wow. Way to absolutely fumble a very easy home run, guys. Does Isha's sacrifice make any sense at all? No. Did this literal child know that she was sacrificing herself? How would she know that popping multiple gemstones into Jinx's gun would have that reaction? Well, at least the show promised us that if anything happened to Isha, we'd get the old proper Jinx character back, right? Oh god, they can't even do that! I appreciate seeing all of this. It's nice. It's a nice episode, It's like a what-if scenario, right? But, guys, what an absolute waste of time this entire episode was. And boy oh boy, do I have some yordle-sized issues with it. We begin with this alternate world's Echo being taken over by the Echo that we know. And, oh gods, this introduces a whole host of issues throughout this episode that the show doesn't seem to think is interesting or even worthwhile addressing. Our Echo is spooked by powder, and wowie zowie, look at that! Jinx is in Powder's reflection. Yahoo! Hashtag hidden details I bet you missed. And OMG, look at that, it's Benzo. And Vander, Milo and Clagger are here? Wait, hold on a minute. What is this place exactly? We know that the events leading up to the reality we have been watching are similar. There was an uprising that happened which probably killed Powder, Vi, and Echo's parents, leading them to be adopted by Vander and Benzo respectively. Silco still has his wound, though his eye has healed. Yes, Silco is here. We'll talk about him in a little bit. Yay. Clagger talks about how difficult it is to purify the air here and grow anything, so the air and ground is still tainted. Jayce was still researching hex tech, even following the same route to Benzo's, for Echo to then give the information to Vi and the gang, which leads them to still break into his place and steal things. So, are we saying that this is some butterfly effect stuff? And the story we are watching in Arcane is a branch off the events that we see in the first episode. Heimerdinger refers to this place as a parallel dimension, and says the anomaly scattered them across time. He's been waiting here for Echo for years, and mentions his unusually long lifetime. No mention of immortality or spirit realms, of course. He then says Hex tech was never invented in this reality, seemingly the first big change to the timeline we can point to. We can also look to the fact that, for the last few years at least, Heimerdinger, the council member, has had an interest in the well-being and security of Zorn, another reason as to why things may be nice and peaceful here. We also find out that Vi died in the events of Season 1, Episode 1. Oh, what a hilarious thing you've done here, guys. Instead of making large changes to the history of this place, which would lead to such a drastic change in everything, no. Instead you make it seem that the only reason Zorn is nice and chill, Silco becomes a good guy, and Zorn gets its independence, is because Vi died. Vi, you're just the worst, aren't you? Also, by the way, are we saying that Powder, who already was suffering from major attachment issues, would be perfectly fine mentally when she accidentally kills her sister Vi? Really? What an absolute insult, not only to both characters, but anyone suffering from any form of trauma, at all. What's next? She's gonna get over Isha and wanting to end herself by simply having a conversation with Echo? No, like that would ever happen.
Still don't get it, huh, sis? I'm always with you.
Disappointed!
Gods, how miserable. It's like watching a poorly written What If episode. Oh, that's all the What If episodes. Jayce is somewhere else entirely. In my opinion, he's in the future of our current timeline. We, the audience, are seeing exactly what happens had Echo not used the Z-Drive and Jayce not used the power of man-love to save the day. I get why Jayce is in a different place. He's dead in this alternate universe. But why did Heimerdinger and Echo go to the same place? How... very lucky. Jayce discovers he's still in Piltover, but it's been destroyed and corrupted by the anomaly. He has a Planet of the Apes moment.
You maniacs! You blew it up! Damn you all to hell!
And, look, I've got to be honest, all of this Jayce stuff is just a massive waste of time. I'm sorry, but once again, this is the third to last episode of the show, and all of his scenes are basically him playing a game of Only Up. The setup for Victor and Jayce here could have been achieved in a few minutes, yet it's half the gosh darn episode. Why? Why are we wasting so much time with... well, everything in this episode, when so many elements of the season feel incredibly rushed? Seems to me this episode is, well, purely for the shippers. Speaking of for the shippers, Powder and Echo are an item in their reality. In their reality, not in ours. This is our Echo. He has half a lifetime's experiences and memories that do not involve Powder at all. I get trying to play along as if nothing's changed, but I find all of this very, very gross, as Powder doesn't know that this is a completely different person that has taken over the Echo she is into. The reality is, this is a stranger, and it's weird, it's gross, it's not even remotely romantic. I do really love this song, though. And frankly, even if Powder figured out this is not her Echo, they never have a conversation about it, so our Echo is working off the information that she doesn't know that he is a stranger. Like... ooh, guys, like, nasty stuff. What even is this? If you want the time bomb, then just do it. Make it make sense, give it some layers, and the audience will enjoy it. This, however, it's gross, it's cringe, it's, well, shipper bait. Well, hey guys, Silco is also here. Yahoo, yay. He's a good guy because he managed to find forgiveness. The In the Shadows master schemer, who was already developing Shimmer and creating a variant that could turn people into rabid super soldiers, found forgiveness because his buddy that he swore revenge on's adopted daughter died? Like, no, right? Or is it because he found and read a one-paragraph letter?
God, I'm shit at this.
Well, surely not, right? I mean, there has to be things that happened off screen for him to have such a drastic change in character. Yikes! Again, the events leading up to this alternate world must be at least similar. There was an uprising and a falling out, so this makes Silco from Season 1 an absolute loser with paper-thin morals that could easily flip-flop his ambitions, which are now totally not core to his character. Let's not even begin to discuss the fact that now he is close to Vi and Powder's parents. My brother in Christ, you are going to stab Powder. You sicked your goons and Shimmer Monster onto Vi. Dude, this ain't the type of villain Silco was. Thank you so much for ruining my favourite character in literally just a few minutes of screen time. I didn't think such a thing was possible. But hey, at least the writers achieved something this season. And now we come to something just absolutely unforgivable. Heimerdinger, terrified of magic and its destructive nature, is zippity-zapped into a dimension without hex tech. He works to help Zorn prosper and gives it independence. Things are nice. He becomes an international music sensation. Echo appears and is desperate to get back, but hey, things are chill. Hex tech doesn't exist, and thank the gods for that, so there's nothing that can be done. Heimerdinger is then presented with the option to introduce Hextech into this world to get home. He is, well, more than happy to do so. Yes, Heimerdinger, who would rather watch Victor slowly and painfully die of fantasy cancer than help them out with Hextech, is now all of a sudden more than happy to introduce it to this lovely, lovely world. And then he sacrifices himself so Echo can get back to his dimension. What? So hold on. They turned Heimerdinger into a clown, and then we don't see him for 3 episodes, and now he's dead. For those that don't know game lore, Yordles are immortal and normally would just go back to the spirit realm and Bandle City if something like this happened, but a couple of things. We have no reference at all to the spirit realm or Yordle immortality in Arcane, just longer lifespans. We've also introduced Yordles like Smeech and Babette, who don't seem like spirit realm dwellers to me. Everyone seemed to jump on the fact that Yordles are immortal when this happened to Heimerclown, but absolute crickets when the same thing happened to Smeech. Well, are they both alive in the spirit realm, puffing on galaxy gas? By the way, Heimerclown is inhabiting this dimension's Heimerdinger, so he killed him. He literally took over this person's body and sacrificed them both. And again, spirit realm or no, to this show, to this story, Heimerdinger is dead. Wow, another wasted character that has been done dirty by these writers. Seriously, what are you guys smoking? Are you guys on the same galaxy gas that Smeech is puffin'? Also, I mean, how does this work at all? Echo doesn't go back in time to the moment they zip-zapped away. No. Somehow Echo, Powder, and Heimerdinger create a time machine that also acts as a interdimensional teleporter. Somehow. Jayce is also zip-zapped back by the wizard from Season 1 in an attempt to stop whatever happened to this dimension. We find out in the finale that everything that's happened could have easily been prevented due to time manipulation, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Oh no, Gert, Gert, she would have been an artiste, she just wanted to be a musician, darling, but now she's dead, I guess war is bad? Who knew? Lame episode, guys. I really wanted to enjoy it, and frankly, I really did for the first portion, but when I realized the entire episode was dedicated to this, it really lost me. Then what happened with Heimerdinger and Echo being disgusting with powder blew what's left of my brains apart. Gods, so much wasted time, so let's not waste ours anymore. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. We should be back to normal breakdown style for episode 8 and 9, hopefully in the near future, so stay tuned for those. I've got dozens and dozens of hours worth of live streams of me talking about Arcane Season 2, so if you're looking for more of a casual chat about things I liked and didn't like, you can find a lot of that there, if you haven't already. Till next time.